Today on campus, fine dining at Wilson campus, learn how to wine, dine, and help students with their education. Want to see a video blast from the past? We'll explain today on Campus. Hello, and welcome to On Campus, where we're on the run and on the go, searching each MDC campus for the stories that matter to you the most. I'm Veronica Perone, your host on this journey. The famous adage, a picture is worth 1,000 words, is mainly used for one single image. But what about a collection of video images? How much could that be worth? Well, the Wolfson campus has the largest priceless collection of historic film and videos in the state of Florida.
Florida has its history, and what better way to see it than a video blast from the past? As part of their commitment with the community, Miami-Dade College has built a state-of-the-art facility to house millions of hours of Florida video and film history. Founded in 1984 by Lynn Wolfson, historian Arva Moore Parks, and pioneer television news journalist Ralph Rennick, the Lynn and Lewis Wolfson II Florida Moving Image Archives became part of Miami-Dade College in 2009. The largest of its kind in Florida, the archive holds precious historical footage from the turn of the century.
We have videotape and film going all the way back to the early 1910s. The beginnings of our collection include home movies from around 1910, 1915, and they go all the way up into the early part of the 2000s. We have television videotape and just about every format of videotape that you can imagine and every format of film that you can imagine. And one of the things that we do here at the archives is convert all of those old formats and digitize them so that they'll live on into the future.
Named in honor of Lynn and her late husband Lewis Wolfson II, the archives began as a joint sponsorship of Miami-Dade College, Miami-Dade Public Library System, and the University of Miami. However, all the original footage in the archives was contributed by WTVJ, the first television station in Miami and in the state of Florida.
Our collection initially came from WTVJ Channel 4. They started in the late 1940s, and sometime around 1986, they gave us all of their old historical material. So that formed the basis of our collection.
Director of the Moving Image Archives, Renee Ramos, also explains how this collection has expanded from that original contribution.
Since then, we've also initiated a program to collect home movies. So we have around 4,000 reels of home movies that people shot of their family vacations and other things all around Florida. We also have collections that have come to us from the other television stations aside from WTVJ.
But to digitize all videos and films, the college had to travel around the world to acquire the equipment that will help in this process.
For film transfers, we have a couple of machines that we are probably among the first organizations in the world that are using them, because they are brand new machines. They were hand-built in Germany to help us to transfer specific film types.
After each video and film is restored and transferred, the original footage is housed in a climate-controlled vault.
A lot of that material is old, it's getting dry and brittle, decaying. So what we do is we, first of all, try to preserve physically those old materials. At some point, those old physical films and physical videotapes are going to decay and we won't have any ability to digitize them anymore. But until that time, we do try to keep them. We have a cold room where we keep the old videotape. It stays around 60 degrees.
Archives manager Lou Ellen Kramer gives us a personal tour of the vault, a place she christened after the title of a science fiction novella by H.G. Wells.
Step into our time machines. We are in our vault facility here. This is our storeroom where we have all of our videos and our films. This side is all videos and on the other side of the room is all films, but this is basically where our entire collection lives. The videos range from original materials to transfers that we've made of things in our collection to things that people have donated and deposited with the archives. But it's all historical material, and it's sort of like taking a trip back into the past every time you walk into this room. All of this material will be digitized with the rest of the film collection as well. But as part of our digitizing program, every item will get barcoded and then transferred digitally.
Once the material is barcoded, the digital encoding process becomes easier, as demonstrated by the Director of Digital Encoding, David Frassetto.
Look, we're working with the SAMR robot. The SAMR robot allows us to digitize up to 4 tapes at one time. The robot holds about 60 tapes, and it'll cycle through all 60 tapes as long as there isn't a problem with the tape. If there is a problem, it'll eject it, put it back in its original spot, and move on to the next tape.
Funding for this remarkable operation comes from various sources, including from the family whom the archives and the campus it resides on have been named after.
I would say mainly, and it's reflected in our full name, which is the Lynn and Lewis Wolfson II Florida Moving Image Archives. We've been the recipients of some very generous funding from the Wolfson family, who really are the founders of this center and who have helped us throughout the years. We also rely on grant monies, and we do get some funding from the college to produce our materials and to keep the collection going. Probably one of the best moments in the life of the center was when it was taken over a few years completely by Miami-Dade College, and we are now operated completely by the college, and it's been some incredible improvements in the last couple of years since that's happened.
To donate any videos or films related to Florida or to request copies of any old footage, you can call the Lynn and Lewis Wolfson II Florida Moving Image Archives at 305-237-7731 or log into wolfsonarchives.org. That's www.wolfsonarchives.org.
The archive collection includes 35,000 hours of videotape and 23 million feet of film. That's over 4 years of videotape alone. What an amazing feat. We'll be right back. Did you know that Miami-Dade College has 8 campuses and numerous outreach centers? MDC is the largest institution of higher education in the United States and one of the most highly regarded colleges in the nation.
Miami-Dade College, 8 campuses, 7 bachelor degrees. Miami-Dade College is the largest institution of higher education in the United States. With 8 campuses and 7 bachelor degrees, Miami-Dade College has the right education for you. Film, television and digital production, health science, public safety management, supervision and management, education, electronic engineering technology, and nursing. 8 campuses, 7 bachelor degrees. Miami-Dade College, the power of opportunity.
Fresh thinking is being served at Miami-Dade College. Create your own recipe for success in the evolution of food culture at the Miami Culinary Institute. Learn the skills you need to jumpstart your career in the culinary arts. Turn green into gourmet and celery into salary. Miami Culinary Institute. Food, culture, innovation. Visit us at MiamiDadeCulinary.com. Register now. Miami Culinary Institute.
Welcome back. If you're looking for some of the best cuisine in town, then look no further. Tuyo Restaurant is now open at the Wolfson campus. But more than a restaurant, it's a place where fine dining and learning are the ingredients for success.
The heat is on in downtown Miami, and it's not because of the basketball team. Miami-Dade College's Tuyo Restaurant has opened its doors for people to enjoy the best culinary experience the world has to offer. Sitting atop the Miami Culinary Institute, Tuyo was envisioned as a place where learning and fine dining will set a high standard, not only in Miami, but in the rest of the world.
Tuyo is a restaurant on the top floor of the Miami Culinary Institute in downtown Miami. And it is the vision and the dream of Dr. Eduardo Padron, who is the president of all of Miami-Dade Colleges, and he wanted a culinary university and a world-class restaurant. So our job is to deliver that.
With amazing views of the Miami skyline, Tuyo offers a great selection of menu choices that were created with Miami's melting pot in mind.
The cuisine that we serve at Tuyo is New World cuisine, and that's a term that I came up with some time ago to describe the interchange of the different people that have come to call South Florida their home. So we have a lot of Latin, Caribbean flavors that go on, but we also have a lot of flavors from Asia and Africa and things like this. So we have a little bit hard for people to understand sometimes the vastness of it, but once they begin to eat it, they understand it very well.
More than a menu, Chef Norman Van Aken has created an exquisite blend of ingredients that takes advantage of its surroundings.
The menu is an ongoing affair because we're always in dialogue with our fishermen, our farmers, what's in season. Of course, I do have a number of signature dishes that the guests won't let me take off the menu.
As part of its dialogue with the environment, Tuyo was built with the latest in green technology. From its walls and floor made of recycled materials, the restaurant prides itself of its uniqueness among the many restaurants that are part of the Miami food scene.
I think what sets Tuyo apart is that, first off, the setting is extraordinary. I mean, the guests are always wowed by it, in that we're overlooking all of downtown Miami, overlooking Freedom Tower, Biscayne Bay, the American Airlines Arena. When people sit here and have dinner, they look out this large window, and I think that they start dreaming about the possibilities of life. That's a big part of it. Another big part of it is that Tuyo is an alliance between a freestanding restaurant in many regards, as well as a world-class culinary university that's located in downtown Miami. And there's a synergy between the students who attend MCI and the restaurant. So it's unique.
Tuyo is located at 415 Northeast 2nd Avenue in downtown Miami and is open for dinner Tuesday through Saturday beginning at 6 p.m. For reservations, please visit www.tuyomiami.com or call 305-237-3200.
As part of their curriculum, some students are members of the kitchen staff, bringing their learning experience to a higher level. That's all for this edition of On Campus. And remember, when you stay on campus, you'll learn more. See you next time.